Hi everyone. 2021 Mercedes-AMG E53 Cabriolet delivers both speed and grace. A freshened face and additional features adorn AMG's updated drop-top E-Class, but its high-tech inline-six remains as sweet as ever. Some will bemoan AMG's continued refusal to combine the sonorous muscularity of its twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 with the Cabriolet body. But the electrically assisted 3.0-liter inline-six of the AMG E53 proves almost perfectly suited to the car's laid-back driving manners. A midterm facelift for 2021 hasn't wrought any significant mechanical revisions, power and torque figures remain unchanged, but it has brought more toys and revised styling to the range-topping Cabriolet. As with the E-Class sedan and wagon, the Cabriolet and closely related coupe get a heavily revised front end with new headlights and a radiator grille. Narrowed at the top and wider at the bottom, this is effectively an inverse of the pre-facelift grille and one that we think better suits the car. Changes at the rear end have been more limited, the E-Class Cabriolet getting taillights with new internal elements. As before, the AMG E53 gets quad exhaust pipes beneath the rear bumper. More obvious changes are evident in the cabin, which remains spacious and extremely well finished but which has migrated to the latest version of Mercedes-AMG's Infotainment System. This is certainly crisper looking than the old setup and adds high-tech features like augmented reality navigation, which superimposes direction-pointing arrows onto a live video feed when approaching intersections, but we found the system lacking in intuitive smarts and sometimes complicated to operate. Mercedes also gave the E53 a new 4-spoke steering wheel to provide real estate for a proliferation of touch-sensitive controls, many of which replicate functions still served by surviving buttons. Buyers will doubtless get used to the complexity, or shortcut it with the smart Hey, Mercedes voice assistant, but we are increasingly nostalgic for the recent past when Benz's user interface was both simple and intuitive. Beyond mild ergonomic niggles, the rest of the driving experience impresses all the way. The E53 powertrain continues to use a very clever 3-liter inline-six that has both a conventional exhaust-driven turbocharger and an electrically powered 48-volt compressor that adds boost at lower engine revs. The 6 is paired with a substantial integrated starter generator that, although it can't power the car by itself, is able to add up to 21 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque to the combustion engine's output of 429 horsepower and 384 pound-feet. The powertrain's complexity remains effectively invisible. All the E53 driver will experience is the combination of effortless low rev muscle, with a total absence of detectable lag, and an impressively bristly top end. No, the 6-cylinder can't match either the firepower or theatrics of the E63s, but it is still able to deliver forceful acceleration when unleashed. While obviously lacking a V8 soundtrack, the E53 makes some impressively muscular noises under hard use, with the Sport and Sport Plus modes allowing for some pops and crackles on upshifts and when the accelerator is lifted at higher revs. The punchier dynamic modes sharpen the rest of the E53 driving experience, too, although not one turns it into a true sports car. Air springs and adaptive dampers are firmed up in the more aggressive settings but not sufficiently to corrupt the Cabriolet's ride. The Cabriolet's steering delivers crisp cornering response, although little natural feel passes beyond the generous power assistance. Traction from the quick-acting 4MATIC all-wheel drive system is impeccable on dry pavement. The E53's hybrid power plant remains almost perfectly suited to the Cabriolet's dynamic demeanor, rapid but relaxed, adding character without dominating the experience. Even cruising at speed with the roof folded, the E-Class Cabrio's cabin is impressively free of drafts or buffeting. The air scarf system directs hot air to the top of the seats, making it possible to enjoy top-down driving in conditions that would be too chilly for most convertibles. The 9-speed automatic gearbox is also smoother at lower speeds than on V8-powered models, where AMG replaces the torque converter with a wet clutch pack. The E53 continues to feel like a high point for both its brand and its wider genre. Thanks for watching.